Hi everyone, it's Jaco here. Welcome to another video on the Pennies and Shillings channel. It's the 6th of April 2025 and we're here at the Wanderers Club in Elovo, South Africa, where the annual Johannesburg Coin Show is going to be held. Now today actually marks an important day in history. On this day in 1652, Jan van Riebeeck landed at the Cape of Good Hope, changing the course of South Africa forever. Now, dealers have been setting up their stalls since early this morning. It's really nice to see the familiar faces again. It's all smiles. Numismatics is so much more than just coins. It's about the history so closely intertwined with the coins and notes, and it's also about the people that dedicated so much of their time towards this hobby. The interest into coins have grown quite a bit in recent years, so we are really hoping that the turnout is going to be good. Hopefully, we're going to see some new faces and make some new friends. And the doors are finally open. People have been queuing for quite some time already.
Hi, I'm Dario from Sangs. Welcome to the Johannesburg Coin Show. Sangs was relaunched this year as at January. We've redesigned our whole slab. As you can see, the new Sangs label, Sangs back. If you're at the Johannesburg Coin Show today, you're able to submit your 2025 Johannesburg Privy for a first release label. This is limited, only 1,000 of these coins were minted. The serial number on here matches the SA Mint serial number for authenticity. You also get your receipt. Then these are our new notes, which gives you all of your details, your numerical grade, the details on the notes, the serial number, the watermark, the signature, and then obviously for our collectors, the Hearn reference number, the type of note, the issue, and the Sang serial number, which you'll be able to see on the DNR registry later this year.
My name is Dalton Erdy. I'm from Silver Sphere Trading, and we essentially do bullion. In other words, no bull, just bullion. Nothing that is highly priced, only bullion value, silver Krugerrands, bullion coins from across the world, bars, and that sort of thing.
More and more dealers are recognizing the value of silver and gold as not only safe havens during times of economic uncertainty, but also as potentially lucrative long-term investments. For anyone considering investing in bullion, the show provided a fantastic opportunity to speak directly with knowledgeable dealers and also to discover the various options available for purchasing and storing bullion in various forms. Of course, many collectors chase the truly rare coins, and there were plenty of these to see. Take this one-of-a-kind patterned veldpot piece for example. It was minted in Pelgrimsrus during the Anglo-Boer War. The business strikes for the 1931 Union coins are nearly impossible to obtain. Only 4,805 sixpences were minted, and it's amazing that this coin survived. What about this florin or 2 shilling? Only 445 were minted in total, of which 62 were proofs. That leaves only 383 business strikes. Now that is rare indeed.
Good day, I'm Rocco from Investgold, and this is our Mauritius range that we just started newly. So as you can see, we do the bullion bars as well as the bullion medallions, as well as in the silver also the bullion bars and medallions. So the branch opened up quite recently, and it offers you the chance to invest in both bars and medallions at a very close price to bullion range in South Africa on Krugerrands. And then as you can see on this side, we also have our South African products, a few Naturas here, we got sovereigns, as well as silver Krugerrands and bullion as well.
In the center of the venue, visitors were greeted with this beautiful exhibit. Look at the stunning model of an Osawa, which graced many of the ZAR and first decimal coins. Here the single shaft is clearly visible. If only Otto Schulze had one of these when he designed the ZAR coins. Do you remember these piggbanks from Allied Bank? I had the dark blue one as a kid. Or this one from Bob. As the day went on, the number of people steadily grew, and it was heartwarming to see such a diverse crowd showing a genuine interest in numismatics. Whether it was coins, banknotes, tokens or bullion, there was something for everyone. I noticed quite a few transactions taking place, not just between dealers and visitors, but between the dealers themselves as well. Most of these dealers are also passionate collectors themselves. You could really feel that sense of shared enthusiasm in the air. When it comes to numismatics, a lot of the knowledge and experience still lives in the minds of the collectors. It's on days like these that this information finds fertile ground.
What happened was the British were going towards Pretoria and the Pretoria government had to move out. So they took their gold as it was, they took it all with them. So then the British, they occupied Pretoria. But what happened was there were a whole lot of blank bonds that hadn't been struck. But what happened in that period, the British intercepted the delivery of the dies. So they didn't have the dies to strike for 1899.
From Germany.
From Germany, correct. So what happened was they decided they would trade with the blank bonds because obviously the commanders and that, they needed to buy supplies, they needed to buy food, and the indigenous people only trusted gold. So they had to trade with the gold coins. So you get the blank bond. There's one that's got a rim and there's one without a rim. There's the two varieties known. Also with the blank bond, so people see it. Sometimes the blank bond has scraping marks on it. And the reason was they obviously weighed the coin, which should weigh 8 grams. If it was a little bit heavier, they shaved a bit of the gold off. So if you get a blank bond and you can see the shaving marks, it was done at the time in the field or wherever. They actually did that. So the weight of the coin was correct.
I'm curious, isn't this a coin that's very easily, fraudulently made?
I actually haven't heard of this coin being done like that. There was the 1900 pound, with the actual proper strike. And what happened, I think it was in the late 1920s, 1930s, somebody got hold of the die. And at that point, the die was fairly worn. Obviously in the Anglo-Boer War.
Yes.
So what this guy did, he cleaned up and he made the die better looking. So what happens if you get a 1900 pound, a genuine, and one of the, I'm going to call it a replica. The replica, the breast on the eagle is very proud. You can see the lines, you can see everything on it. Where the original one was quite flat.
And then
so it was like a bit of wear and tear. Obviously when you repetitively strike in a coin, that sort of high area on the coin on the die would wear a little bit.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
that was the only way they were able to identify between the two.
But I imagine those that were minted afterwards still have value.
Oh, no, they do have a premium
because of the provenance.
Correct.
I mean, it's
yes. Yeah. They will still give you a grade. They will tell you it's genuine, whatever. But it's
or a genuine fake.
Well, it's a replica.
It's a replica, genuine replica. Yeah.
The gold in it was correct. The weight in it was correct. It was only that bird that you could.
Graded coins have become quite popular in recent years, and rightfully so. The slab is a fantastic way to preserve a coin, and the grade provides some reassurance on the authenticity of the coin as well as its quality. Still, many collectors prefer a raw coin, and there were still plenty of these on sale. Buying a raw coin does not come without risks though, but they tend to be cheaper than their graded counterparts. Oh wow, Strachan tokens. These were first released by Strachan & Company in the late 1800s when the business opened for the first time in South Africa. Dealers were quite busy helping people evaluate the value of their coins and even buying those with value. Unfortunately, most old coins aren't that valuable, which is why starting a coin collection is so easy. However, there were a few exceptions. I personally assisted the lady with several silver 1 rand coins. She was very happy. This gentleman is probably looking for a 1965 1 cent coin after learning from Jan Kleinhans how valuable they are.
Silver has got a little bit of value. This one, unfortunately, come here. Which one there?
Welcome to B&G Coins and Collectibles. Okay. So B&G has been going since 1967. It was originally started by the late Peter Bowles, and my son Dylan Bassani from Bassani's Auction House is a third generation in B&G.
Here are some beautiful union proof sets. Some of these can get insanely expensive. And this is the rarest union crown, the 1959. This one is proof 66, the second finest known. Here we have some Natira silver coins. These have become very popular in recent years. This is a graded 1892 proof set from the ZAR series, but without the gold. It's estimated that only 10 of these sets were ever minted. This is some serious money here. Here is something special, an 1892 circulation set, all about uncirculated. These coins were used to buy bread and milk in the Transvaal Boer Republic from 1892 onwards. The stories these coins can tell.
But it's a 1965 1 cent. Oh, 1965 1 cent. I do have it for 1965.
Some more graded coins, ranging from a few hundred to hundreds of thousands of rands. Numismatics caters for all budgets. Many dealers had some really beautiful notes on offer. I always find it amazing that paper could survive for so long in such pristine condition. What's this? A 1965 Afrikaans 1 cent coin, the rarest 1 cent of them all. With less than 1,000 business strikes minted, these are becoming increasingly difficult to find.
Hi, how's it? So what we have here is a Petersburg £100 banknote, one of only 1,000 officially issued. However, survival rate amongst these isn't the best. What makes these notes special is that this represented the highest value denomination in issue at the time, and very interestingly, it was issued in the town of Petersburg, as we see on the note, whilst the ZAR government was on the run from the invading British forces. So very ingenious sort of printing methods went into the production of these banknotes. And like I said, the survival rate amongst these is incredibly low. And graded by PMG as XF40 is the second highest grade. So very, very happy to have acquired this at the show today.
Some beautiful graded coins and a collection of raw de Kock 10 Rand notes from 1961. There are two types and only 2 million were issued.
And removing dirt in a preservation conservation manner without damage on the surface. It's very important that whatever you put on a coin, you never bring it. So I'll just remove it. So this is a microfiber drying cloth. It's not just a microfiber cloth, it's a special drying cloth. So
That is fantastic.
that's what it does.
Really? Where do you get the cloth from?
This cloth you can actually buy from Pick n Pay and Checkers in the motor car section. And it's the blue and grey one, and it says drying cloth.
So here we go. Here we have a 28 half pound. In spite of what the mintage is, and in spite of what the NGC population is, it's something that is, for the most part, not available.
Yeah, it's unobtainable.
It's unobtainable, and it's a real thing of beauty. I mean, the luster involved there.
0.1 grams. This is not something that you see.
And the reverse.
Sergio, and the survival rate of these coins, I mean, they can't be many left.
The survival rate on this, I would believe, in Ankh, if there's maybe 50 out of the whole mintage, I think that'll be too much. Too much. So it's one of those little beauties that you can look at super often. You can wake up and like, I love that.
Hi, I'm Sharon Jaffe from City Coins in Cape Town, and I've got something very special to show you today. I was at the Berlin Money Fair, and what we picked up was this. This is a real gold coin. It's a real Krugerrand, but it's a 50th. It's a 50th. It's the smallest Krugerrand ever made. And we are the exclusive dealer with this. Now this one is even more special, right? This one is a proof, and it has a privy mark. So you do need your magnifying glass to have a look. It has a privy mark to mark also the 200th anniversary of Paul Kruger. So this year, 2025, is 200 years since Paul Kruger was born. And it's so it's a current year proof with privy mark. We have very, very few of these. They've gone like hotcakes, and we'll also be able to bring in to you the actual 50th for the first time. You can buy the 50th, which is not in the fractional set. So you have not been able to buy a 50th Krugerrand to date, but you will be with us.
Here we have some raw world coins on display. A really nice long 1959 proof set, which includes the gold. These are Union fiber coins, which were used as a teaching aid in South African schools.
Hi, I'm Yashvir Jagu from IBV Gold. IBV Gold buys and sells Krugerrands at the best rates. Find us at Nelson Mandela Square, Alice Lane and Rosebank.
Bullion is not just about the silver or the gold. Some of the most meticulously designed coins on the market are modern bullion coins. Just have a look at these.
How's it, guys? This is the Basani Auction House stand. These are our main lots up that are coming up on auction shortly, and we're just displaying them. This is a proof crown, we've got a proof pont, we've got an MS6499, MS64 felt pont, and the finest known Tabora pont. It's an MS66 standalone coin, but I think the king of these is the MS6499 for sure. It's an absolute beast. And I'm leaving out the Sabi Sabi. You don't get to see the Sabis often either.
The Tabora 15 rupee and gold coin was minted in 1916 by the German colonial government in East Africa. Struck in Tabora with a distinctive elephant design, it has become very rare, as most have been melted down.
Cool, how's it, guys? Well, we're back here in Joburg again, the notorious Johannesburg Coin Show. Today was a lovely day. We were like really packed. I had no time to even do this video for you guys, but let me do it quickly for you guys. I just want to show you guys something regarding, you know me and silver. I'm a true believer and a strong believer in silver. By the way, silver is at the moment 50% away from its all-time high. Gold has been in its all-time high for the past week. Every day it's just been higher and higher and higher. Grab silver while you can. Have a look at this colorized range. We've got the Nature series, which is the The birds, South African birds, the national birds, which is like amazing. I mean, just the color alone will attract you to it. Leave the silver behind, you know. We got the full range. There's 10 birds in total. For now, we just released 5. As you guys know, in the Cape Town show, in the Durban show, we released the aquatics and the Big 5, African Big 5. Yeah, looking forward to meeting you guys in the next show. Catch me on the website. There is still some colorized coins left for you guys. And yeah, if you need anything, pop us an email or check us on Jaco's channel anytime. Thank you and have a good day.
Julle wil ek vertel van verskillende note. Dis nou 100 pond, maar gaan kyk bietjie na die datum. Meeste mense skryf 5, maar hierdie ou het om met 'n V geskryf. Ons is bewus van 2 van hierdie tipe note in die bedryf. En 'n baie interessante een, ons noem hom die barternoot. Dis as jy net 'n B na die nommertjie. So wat gebeur het is hulle het in Pietersburg begin om die noot te maak. En toe hulle in Pelgrimsrus kom, toe sit hulle 'n stempeltjie oor. Toe sê De Villiers nee, hy gaan dit nie teken nie. Verander die noot so klein bietjie en skryf my te velde. So hierdie is die ontstaan van die te velde noot.
These are 2 incredibly rare government note, of which only 2 and 1 are known to have survived, respectively. Johan Gous is one of the leading experts on government note. Books like these are must-haves if you collect them.
I'm Andrew from Collectors Investments, and I'm here at the Johannesburg Coin Show, and I have 3 rather nice, interesting coins to show our viewers. All 3 of these coins are error coins that have been struck off-center. That means they're not struck in the correct way, and normally those coins would be destroyed or going back into the melt. But sometimes those coins get through that process, and then collectors like them because they're called error coins. The first of these 3 is rather nice, is a 1894 ZAR 1 penny that has been struck off-center. The second is a 1942 sixpence, which has also again been struck off-center. And the third coin as well, the same era, been struck off-center, is a South African 1962 half-cent piece.
Gold Reef City also had their fly press mint at the show and added the mint mark to the Paul Kruger coins as people bought them. Now, depending on the final mintages, some of these are known to have become quite collectible and valuable in the past. Here's some of the coins, notes and bullion that Gold Reef City had on offer all the day. Gold Reef City Mint has an interesting history. From humble beginnings as post office stamps and coins in 1976 and being a branch of the South African Mint, Gold Reef City Mint now operates privately but still enjoys the support and cooperation of the National Mint. They have on occasion even worked alongside the National Mint to produce legal tender currency. They currently operate from Germiston, where they continue their minting legacy.
Five back coins. They 1D. How much do you?
I've been doing some bargain hunting as well. Just look at this crisp new R2 note that you can get for 15 Rand. $10 trillion, anyone? And so the day draws to a close. Dealers and visitors tired, but happy after a long day. These shows are must visits if you have any interest in numismatics. Thank you for watching and happy collecting.